Hello, it's me, and if you haven't heard, Emuparadise is officially down. So it's not down, but it has ceased to distribute any kind of games. I think the interesting part here is that the owner of Emuparadise actually decided to take down the site by his own. He didn't receive any notice, any threat, any suit, any lawsuit. He just decided to take it down out of fear of having to face a lawsuit later down the road. If you haven't heard, a couple days ago Nintendo filed a lawsuit against Loverum for the insane amount of $100 million. And when I wrote that, I was like, I don't think Nintendo's gonna get $100 million out of that. I don't think Nintendo's gonna get even $10 million out of it. And now I can actually see why they went with this insanely amount of money. I think Nintendo just looked for one of the biggest guy in the emulation market and say like, hey, we're gonna take this big guy down in a really flashy way to show everyone that we're serious this time. You're just gonna scare the shit out of everyone. And that's pretty much what happened with Emuparadise. They just saw what were happening on the other side, like, holy shit, Nintendo can't do this stuff. Nintendo's willing to pull off this kind of stuff. We better step down before they come and get us. And let's be fair, that's a really smart move. That's a brilliant move by Nintendo. Instead of just going down, taking one by one the emulation site, just go for the big guy and send the message. If you're gonna fuck more properties, I'm gonna fuck you harder. It's a brilliant move. It's not that I agree with it, but I have to admit it's brilliant. And let's be clear here, Nintendo have the right to sue anyone who is distributing copyrighted material. The things that normally companies don't go directly for the lawsuit, they first go to the step of sending a notice of takedown. They say, hey, you are distributing our products, we want you to stop. It's a better approach because they want to avoid the bad press. They don't want to look like they're imposing themselves over anyone. So it's a better approach if you want to end up in friendly terms, like, yeah, we're just doing this because it's alright, we don't want to hurt anyone, we don't want to take anyone down, we're just enforcing our rights. Nintendo's always been really aggressive against emulation. It's the only company that actually have a section of its official site, official website, dedicated to bad-mouthing emulation. Like telling like, oh, emulation is bad, it's evil, it makes a lot of harm to developers, and all that kind of crap. Especially lately when they realize there's money on the emulation market with the last two mini retro consoles, the NES and the SNES Mini. They realize like, holy shit, there is a lot of money. We can make money selling emulated games. On top of that, they have their new service, this new online service coming in a couple of months. And the only actually reason to get that, besides playing online, is that they offer retro games in there. So it's like, oh, we need to take out all the retro games out of the internet before we offer a service, because if we don't, there won't be any reason why people will want to subscribe to our piece of shit. I don't think Nintendo even understand why emulation is a big thing. I mean, emulation is a thing because it's cheap and it's fast. Everyone already have a PC or a smartphone, so they just have to download this really small file that in some cases less than a megabyte, and they can play these games. If you tell me they have to buy a Nintendo Switch, everything changed. I'm just gonna say, I'm not going to spend $300 on a Switch plus the cost of the game to play 20-year-old games. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The emulated version is cheaper, is faster, is more convenient, and because of that, Nintendo have no other choices just to take it down because they cannot compete. The problem is that they're not achieving anything. A lot of new sites distributing ROMs are going to appear. You're only making yourself look bad, and that's not a good strategy in the long term. The only way to actually fight piracy is offering a better product. Whatever you like it or not, whatever you agree with it or not, is the only way. I think that Nintendo did plan this out. I think Nintendo did want to scare everyone shitless because they're planning to put a lot of emulated games into their online service, taking these steps before that, so their offer looks a little more appetizing, even if it's actually not. At the end, that's just my theory. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think that it's actually something going on? I'm just reading too much into this. I would love to know your opinion. If you like all of this stuff, please subscribe, give it a like, leave a comment, and share all the love we have here on the Triple Game Show. Don't be a stranger, and see you next time.